2010 and January 2013 issues of the magazine, this space carried my commentaries on the increasing use of suspensions of officials. Let me write it yet again. Suspensions will not lead to better officiating. They can instill fear into sports officials. They can do that. As activist artist Jenny Holzer has stated, fear is the most elegant weapon. Your hands are never messy. But beyond that, the word that best sums up the consequence of suspensions is retribution. Let's call it what it is. In the intervening years, as scrutiny has increased and as evidence of mistakes has become more readily known, I have witnessed the use of public retribution as a mechanism to show the world that we officials are held accountable, as if in all these decades we were not being held accountable. So please allow me to vomit at this point. There are good and true reasons to suspend officials. Violating the highest ethical standard is one. Proven lack of impartiality is another. Having a financial stake in the game outcome is a third. There are a few others. Mistakes in judgment and mistakes in a rule application are not included in my list, and here is why. An officiating program worth its salt, worth the money being poured into it, will undoubtedly be based upon a formal program of recruitment, retention, training, and evaluation. That program defines the boundary lines of who gets to referee, what the expectations are, how evaluations will be done, and how they will be utilized. Officials must be held accountable. We welcome that. If I work a game and screw up a rule, then I should expect something bad to happen to me. A downgrade is the term of art. Yes, I deserve a downgrade. Now, a good program will have different levels of downgrades, different tiers of downgrades. If my mistaken ruling or judgment call is egregious and leads to a game-changing outcome, then the tier of my downgrade moves into the more serious side of the scale. That's understood. The collection of downgrades and their tiers enables the disposition of any official. They answer the question, do we modify the behavior of that official or do we treat the official more surgically? There is a grading system in place, and that system should not be polluted by a suspension for a game-related decision. A suspension can sure make sense if what is in mind is that the official or the crew will not be working again. They are done, so no point in trying to get them more reps. But if the intention is to have those officials working again, it is nonsensical to remove the reps by a 1 game, a 1 week, or a 2-week suspension. That makes no sense unless what is actually desired is a public cleansing. Cleaning your hands in public, and I don't mean the hands of the officials. Suspending officials for errors made during a game is a slick, steep slope. Quickly it leads to 3 things. First, it becomes accepted practice in other leagues and conferences. Second, it creates an atmosphere in which coaches, conference administrators, and the media will compare and contrast penalties, resulting in arbitrary and ever more punitive decisions. And third, it kills morale. Hold officials accountable, but keep them working. Hold them accountable and report publicly how that accounting will take place. Use of a fine, or working a game without compensation, in quotes, or being removed from the playoff pool. There are ways that would not affect the independent contractor status of the officials, by the way. So if it is retribution and fear you want to extract within the glow of public relations, then suspend to your heart's content. If it's better officiating held to accounting, that is your goal, stop suspending and use your system to enforce that accountability. You cannot have it both ways. Thank you.